Hey everyone, Saurav here. I just thought to do a very different video this time around. Normally we talk about the previews and the review of test or any international match that's kind of going around. मैंने सोचा ये एक टॉपिक है, काफी चर्चे में रहा है ये टॉपिक लास्ट 2-3 सालों से. Ever since this batsman who is on screen has arrived on the picture, I think 2-3 साल के बाद इनका कंपैरिजन विराट कोहली से होना स्टार्ट हो गया था. And I think he deserves it. I think comparison is uh, is no way wrong. He has all the numbers to back that claim. लेकिन मेरा point है कि is he really in Fab Four, Fab Three, Fab Two, जो भी आप बोलना चाहें, current के जो top batsmen हैं, does he have a claim to be in Fab Four? And my point is against it. I do not think right now he is in that league, although I think he is knocking on the door and he is doing, a hard knock on the door to penetrate in Fab Four. Maybe someone exits, and he makes an entry, or the Fab Four extend itself to Fab Five. लेकिन अभी at this moment, I don't think so. He has a case for him to be included in Fab Four, and I'm going to talk something or show certain things which are beyond numbers. Um, उनका शॉर्टर फॉर्मेट, उनके उसके बारे में बात नहीं करूंगा मैं. आई थिंक सबको मालूम है उनका शॉर्टर फॉर्मेट रिकॉर्ड इज अनबिलीवेबल. बहुत ही अच्छे रन बनाए हैं, लेकिन एट द एंड आई एम गोना touch upon the shorter format as well. There are few things that I have on his style of play in the shorter format. Like in coming specifically to the test matches, you look at the overall record, strike rate. Sorry, the average is 48, which is good. It has taken a good amount of uptick in the last year or so, year and a half, since the time England and Australia and England, in the order if I have to go. When they came to when they came to Pakistan, and Pakistan literally served a batting paradise. I mean, batting paradise भी बोलना शायद बहुत ही अनिवार्य नहीं होगा मेरे हिसाब से. They were basically playing on glass sheets. तो जैसा कि आप देख रहे हैं, सब टीमों के साथ रिकॉर्ड ओवरऑल अच्छा ही है, लेकिन साउथ अफ्रीका, वेस्ट इंडीज के साथ थोड़ा सो सा उनका एवरेज रहा है. नॉट सो एवरेज टू बिलो एवरेज मैं बोलूंगा. लेकिन what these numbers are not telling you. So on the hindsight, you look at these numbers superficially, they look all great. Lekin if you just do a little bit of deep dive and just try to understand how this batsman is basically doing when he basically plays away from his home soil. And see, there are 2 to 3 countries which are always considered to be the marquee countries to judge a player on. One is Australia, South Africa, and the other is England. England may, his average is 65, but again, by looking at the record and the average, the number of runs, and the average and the highest score, it seems like there are few, not out innings as well, which is kind of swelled up the average. I can check that later, but if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me. But if you look at his record in Australia and South Africa, which are primarily, the top two nations, maybe you can also include India. I think they bowled. Their fast bowling has been really great in the last 6-7 years for sure. But Pakistan doesn't play with India, so India is out of equation. So these two countries have good fast bowling attack. If you just look at the overall average is 27 and 36. Again, the number of matches are quite low. So sample size is low, but given the sample size, the average is low. Please remember the likes of Virat Kohli in his first tour of South Africa, the likes of Virat Kohli in his first tour of Australia and second tour of Australia, they scored big runs there. So England, when he went to England for the second time, everyone knows Virat Kohli struggled on the very first tour of England. He scored bucket loads of runs. That's not the case with Babar Azam right now. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में 27 का एवरेज, साउथ अफ्रीका में 36 का एवरेज. अगर ये top two playing nations, and as I said, these are the nations who have one of the top most pace attack. अगर आपका रिकॉर्ड इन दोनों कंट्री के साथ उतना अच्छा नहीं है in their backyard, do you have the claim to be in the Fab Four? And this further gets substantiated in my next slide. You look at his home record and you look at his away record, and you just look at the gulf between the averages in the home and away. It's quite a lot. और ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं आपका होम का एवरेज 80 है and your away का एवरेज 50 60 है, वैसा भी नहीं. Your away average is just touching 40. This is when you're played against the likes of Sri Lanka, which is not the Sri Lanka of old. I know they're a pretty decent side at their backyard, but you're not playing Muralidharans and Rangana Herats and Ajanta Mendes of old. And you played against West Indies. Everyone knows about West Indies. You've also played a couple of test matches against Zimbabwe. So you have these countries as well. And with those countries included, your average doesn't even touch 40 while you're batting away. Then how can you claim to be in the Fab Four? You look at its neutral when you record as well. It's it's average 40. You can say it's 39 to 40. I would just consider as good, but not great, not very good. It has to be in the late 40s for anyone to consider him as a top batsman, at least in the test matches. He has all the capabilities in the world. I think he has all the technique in the world to make sure he gets there. But at this moment, as I said earlier, he doesn't belong in the Fab Four. Steve Smith has amazing record everywhere. Virat Kohli has scored bucket loads of runs in England. May not be lately, but his second tour to England, everyone knows he scored more than 500 runs. His record in Australia has been outstanding. Kohli has played well in South Africa. Steve Smith plays well everywhere. If this is the yardstick, how can a player who is averaging 40 away can be considered in Fab Four when the test matches are considered to be the marquee format in the international cricket circuit? As I said, I think he has it all to make sure he gets into Fab Four. I think a few months down the line, Pakistan is touring Australia. I think Australia are favorites, but he has it in him to score a minimum of 200s for sure. And he has that opportunity to correct the wrong that basically has happened in the last two tours that he's been a part of to Australia. Lekin at this moment, July of 2023, Babar Azam does not belong in Fab Four. Coming to his shorter format, amazing numbers. I'm not showing the numbers right now in front of you guys. I think his ODI average is touching 60. T20, I think उनका average 50 के ऊपर है. T20 को मैं इतना consider नहीं करता हूँ, लेकिन even if I just want to consider. लेकिन again, when people compare to, let's say, Kohli, who I think among the Fab Four, he's the best shorter format player. Does he have that fourth gear and the fifth gear which Virat Kohli has? Virat Kohli can go berserk, let's say in T20 in the over 16 to 20. I haven't seen Babar Azam going berserk. He doesn't have that game. He's a solid player, solid player. But he doesn't have that fifth, fourth gear that I'm talking about, which Virat Kohli possesses. And that's my case. And that's my case against, the Pakistani commentators and Pakistani ex-cricketers, Pakistani media guys be raving about Babar Azam. You can rave, but do not classify him under Fab Four. One-day matches and T20 matches is not the only cricket. By that case, Yuvraj Singh should be considered as a great player. He is a great, I don't know, but he's a very good, shorter format player. But would you call Yuvraj Singh to be the greatest, players in the world? No. He has a pathetic test match record. And I'm not comparing Yuvraj Singh and Babar Azam in test records, in tests. I think Babar Azam eventually, as I said, he's going to get there. But right now, no. And that's my case. I would just love to know your thoughts as well. What do you think? Does he deserve to be in Fab Four? Or he's already in Fab Four? I would love to know your comments. I'll come up with more such videos. World Cup is nearby, Asia Cup is nearby. We can do a comparison of Virat Kohli versus Babar Azam head to head. That would be fun. So I'll be coming up with such videos in more such videos in future. So please like, please share, and please subscribe. I think that would be a great motivating factor for us, to keep producing, such material for you guys. So please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.